I actually have something cool that I wanted to watch. Someone was mentioning For the King. For the King 2, doesn't that come out pretty soon? There's videos on it. Hold on, where the fuck are they? I'm stupid. Doo-doo. There it is.
Hello again, adventurers.
For the King 2, Book of Lore, Chapter 2. There's like a whole There's a whole bunch of devlogs of this dude talking. I'm curious. Usually I just want to see gameplay, but I'll listen to him
Welcome to the Book of Lore, the devlog series where we explore Far Rule and talk about what you can expect from For the King 2 next year.
I'm pretty sure this game comes out really soon.
I'm Rogan, the community manager on the For the King series, and today we're going to talk about 4-player co-op and the brand new revamped combat system.
It's 4-player?
The original For the King launched in, 2018? It's been over 4 years now.
When we were making the first game, 3 players felt right. We spent a lot of time wondering if we should add that 4th player, but it always ended up breaking the experience we were trying to build. 3 was just a more manageable number for us then.
But now we're bigger, we're more experienced, and honestly, we're just a little more wild this time around. We are now ready to take on by far the most requested For the King 2 feature, 4-player co-op.
Okay, I didn't know that.
We've managed to make a lot of the more cooperative elements of For the King 2 feel a lot like the first game, just with an extra player.
+1,
Sharing
yeah.
loot and gold works very similarly, navigating the overworld feels right, and the overall tactical gameplay is sharper than ever.
Damn. I think I've already seen this, but like, it's fucking positions now. That's gonna be interesting. I feel like that's a big buff to a lot of like, to tanks and whatnot.
We've done a lot to improve and revamp these things, but there'll still be this nice familiarity to them.
It's like that furry game. Yeah, Banners of Bannerlord or whatever the fuck.
With 3 players, it always felt very risky to go in separate directions. That risk is still there now, but with an extra player, you can be a little more intentional about it. There's a lot of versatility in the way that you can mix and match different classes and characters. We just want you to be able to cover more ground while remaining competitive in battle.
The challenges we first saw with adding that extra player...
Discord. Soda, your Discord. What? Discord hacked. What? Your Discord is spamming the N-word. What? Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't get hacked, did I? I guess someone that just has access to my Discord got fucked. Hack test. Like, I don't know, like... Yeah, so... Hold on. This is not good. I mean, who's fucked right now? The pick has changed. I understand. Yeah, what do you want me to do? Delete it? Should I just delete my Discord? Can I? No? Okay. I mean, Volps. What happened? Yo, you see this shit?
Hey, what happened? What's going on?
I don't know. My Discord's hacked.
Is it your personal Discord?
I don't think it's me. I mean, I hope not. That'd be unlucky. So yeah, obviously a Discord mod got hacked. I don't think it's me. Someone fucked up.
Oh.
So I just need to probably unmod.
Everyone.
right? It ain't you or Milena or me, right?
No,
I mean, how would you tell?
I don't know.
How would you tell? You can look at moderator logs. Yeah, how do I do that? Just closing the door real slow. Let's see here. I don't know how to work Discord. Like, I have no clue how to do server management. Audit log. Well, I see Riggsy trying to clean it up. There's an imposter in here. There's a setting you have to turn on that requires all mod perms to have 2FA. Would recommend turning that on. Yeah, this is not good. Not good at all. What the fuck? I think it was Kiwi or whoever. Who the fuck is that? Well, someone got hacked. It ain't me. A Discord mod? That's a Discord mod I have? Okay, well, they got hacked. And, hey, Volps, looks like you've got some work to do. That's rather unfortunate. You gotta clean it up. Oh no. Listen, that's how it goes. But all right, thanks for letting me know. Y'all fucking scared the shit out of me. Holy crap. All right, sorry, back to this. Listen, hey, sorry it got hacked. Sorry if whatever the fuck. Everyone who's gonna fix it, have fun. Back to my video. I'm sorry.
They're all still there, but the Iron Oak team is well equipped to handle those things now.
We've had to reinvent HUDs to account for the extra information we're showing on screen. We're also thinking hard about multiplayer downtime, which may now be extended with an additional player. Because of this, we're giving the player a little more freedom during the off turns by allowing you to browse your inventory, read stats, and purchase items. It's also important for us to keep any UI driving the action to be synced across all 4 players, so that they can discuss options without having to narrate what's happening on their screen to one another.
One of the biggest challenges with adding an extra player is how it impacts combat. So instead of just shoving an extra player onto the screen, we've entirely revamped it.
I'm curious about this.
One of the first things you'll notice about the For the King 2 combat improvements are the 2 battle lanes.
The battlefield now consists of 2 4x2 battle grids, one on your side and one on your opponent's.
Including multiple rows on the battlefield has added this concept of empty space, and with
VODs
that, a
on
whole
overtime
bunch of new
alarm.
options when it comes to decision making.
The back row provides an evasion bonus, while the front allows characters with shields to guard those behind them. Positioning is now just as important as anything else. Attackers can now target empty space to maximize splash damage, and defenders can spread themselves apart to negate splash patterns of incoming attacks.
The empty spaces also allow players to move out of harm's way or reposition to gain a tactical advantage.
Some attacks are spatially dependent now. These can only be performed
Oh, that's
from
sick.
certain rows, so different action options will be available or unavailable depending on where your character is positioned. Some abilities now provide bonuses to certain squares on the grid. Move a character to that square to take advantage of the bonus.
Oh shit.
We've also added
Oh my
push
God.
and pull actions to combat. Push actions will move enemies in the front row to the back, and pull actions will bring enemies in the back row to the front. You can really mess with
Damn.
your enemies' plans by moving them around to give yourself the upper hand.
Bullshit. That means they can mess with
On
you.
attack options,
That's
bring
what
them
that
out of
means.
protection,
I'm sure
move
the
them
enemies
to
are
a
gonna have
splash
push and
damage
pull.
zone, or cancel any stat bonuses.
The battle grid allows you to approach combat in more ways than ever, both in how you attack, but also how you defend. We cannot wait for you to try this out next year. Thank you all so much for the kind words,
Fuck you.
encouragement, and anticipation.
Fuck this
The team
guy.
is working really, really hard on For the King 2.
Piece of
and
shit.
Things are just going to get spicy.
Next year. Well, this video is very old. I think it's okay. It's 2 months ago, but that was like during 2022, and I think it's like the game release is 2023. I don't think it's lit. Is it? Do they have an announced date? Let me check Steam. Hang on. Maybe it is late. I'm fucking depressed. It just says 2023. Yeah, we don't know. Maybe I'm gonna be one of those guys that's like, soon. You know, I'm just fucking coped out of my mind. There's a part 2. Let me see this.
Welcome back to the Book of Lore, the official For the King 2 devlog series.
Official.
I'm Rogan, community manager on For the King, and you're
Fuck
basically
Rogan.
stuck with me for the rest of these.
Piece of
Today
shit.
we're talking about For the King 2's story. There
Oh,
might be
jeez.
some light For the King 1 spoilers, but don't worry, we won't spoil For the King 2 for you. We just want to set the scene, tell you where we're at.
To be
We'll
blunt,
also talk about
I
some
don't
of
care about the
new
story.
and returning playable classes. Let's get right
I
into
actually
it.
just like the gameplay a lot.
Farul owes you a great debt after the events of the first game, and if you haven't beaten it yet,
There's a story.
still-
Yeah, I just don't really care about the story. Just unsung here. Okay, hold on. Let me see this.
if you played the first For the King, you'll recognize some familiar faces returning to the front line.
The blacksmith is the squad's tank. Troubled times bring demand for weapons, so they have no shortage of work these days. Many blacksmiths have decided they'd rather not sell to the Queen's Guard, a position that is not appreciated by Rosamond's new favored enforcers. The hunters are ranged specialists. They are not well loved in Rosamond's new order. They're armed, self-sufficient, and at a moment's notice, they can melt away into the wilderness. Just the type to chafe at her cloying new laws, also just the type to resist.
The numbers are way
The scholar
higher.
is an expert in the use of magic. The Queen's Guard have
Okay.
descended on the schools and universities of Far Rule, looking to sniff out any brewing dissent. Smart scholars, of which there are many, have decided this is a fine time for an extended sabbatical.
But these are just the returning heroes. For the King 2 brings with it a lot of new blood.
Pathfinders are lifelong wanderers who spend more time in the trackless wilds than in any town. Now that the overworld is much larger, and I mean much larger, we felt we needed a class that specialized in mapping and terrain traversal.
Holy fuck.
She also wields a boomerang, so like, how awesome is that?
And finally, the Alchemist brings a blend of magic and chemistry to the fight. In For the King 2, we've added many different types of potion bombs.
The Alchemist.
We felt we needed a class to specialize in these new throwable items, so
Ooh.
look out for the guy with the crazy hair.
We'll keep the rest of the new classes a mystery for now, though. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like I said before, we've got a bunch of these Book of Lore videos planned for you, so make sure you wishlist For the King 2 on Steam and follow us on social wherever you are.
Is there a
Thanks
third?
again, and we'll catch you in the next one, adventurers.
I think that's it. Yeah, Boomerang's not that cool. I just hope they have Hildebrandt's Cellar, like the roguelike version of For the King. I'm a big fan of that. But, yeah, I feel like the Pathfinder is going to suck ass everywhere but, you know, the base actual game. Check Discord. Whoa, what's going on in Discord, man? Hildebrandt dies. Read the lore. What? Watch Book of Lore 3. Does it exist? For the King, Book of Lore 3. See, I don't know if it's out yet. Oh, shit, it is. 2 days ago. Wait,
Hey
what
everybody,
the fuck?
welcome back to the Book of Lore. It's chapter 3, it's 2023, it's a beautiful thing. Right now, I'm at the Iron Oak Games
He got a new
studio.
haircut.
They're currently working on For the King 2 as we speak, just back there. And I'm here to answer some of your questions.
Looking
We
good,
gathered
Rogan.
them from Discord, YouTube, Twitter, and beyond. And I'm going to do my best to give you some answers to those. So let's get right into it. Let's go. Will For the King 2 launch on consoles? We've gotten this question so many times since the reveal of For the King 2. Yes, it's going to come to consoles. It'll hit Steam first and then come to consoles a little bit after that. We're not quite ready to say when just yet, but our goal is to get that PC launch out there and then launch on consoles as soon as possible afterward. Is it still possible to play with 3 characters, or are we forced to play with 4? This is from Raven the Husky on YouTube. Like the first game, you can play with sort of any number of characters under 4. It'll get a little bit harder the fewer characters you have, but you do have that option available to you. One of the great things about the first For the King is that the community came up with so many different ways to play that we didn't even think of. And we are definitely going to offer that same level of flexibility in For the King 2. So I expect to see some insane, like, no death, no weapons equipped runs or something like that. You guys are insane. Will there be split screen, shared screen, or couch co-op like there was in For the King 1? This is from Dordo3 on Reddit. Yes, absolutely. Well, like, you know, when it comes to split screen, it's more like shared screen since it's turn-based and all right there. But yeah, it's
Rogan,
the same principle.
You got to stop talking like a community manager, and you got to start talking like a fucking human. God damn it. Stop it.
Work exactly like it does in the first game. Why did you change the art style? We love the low poly aesthetic of the first game, but you know, with the sequel coming out, we wanted to explore different art styles to keep the game looking fresh and to sort of bring the world of Farul to life in a different way.
Okay.
We want this game to feel like a sequel. We want to build on what we had with the first game, and we want the look and the feel of the visuals to evolve with it. We can't wait to show you what we have in store with the second game. There's a lot we haven't shown you. No more physics-based deaths, just twist the knife. This is from Adept Scholar 7717 on Reddit. Yeah, it's just not true. Will For the King 2 be harder than the first game? This is from Liang from Gamersky. That's a tough question. We're not really making it harder for the sake of making it harder, but I will say that we know that there are so many different types of For the King players. On one hand, some players really want like a casual, relaxing experience with their friends, and some want to get sucked into the strategic and tactical challenge of it all. And I definitely know there are some players that kind of fall in the middle of those two things. Our main goal is to satisfy the entire spectrum of For the King players. There are going to be difficulty levels that you can set with your party, but our main goal is to design the game in a way that offers a level of flexibility and choice in the challenges that you take on.
I'm going to try and beat this game with only 2 people.
For the King 2,
we'll see how hard it actually
really
is.
Damn hard. Or not. It's up to you. Will the For the King 2 soundtrack be available for purchase at launch? This is from Frank on Haybox. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who bought?
Who
Who does that?
Written and produced by John Robert.
Am I crazy?
Who did the first game as well? Super
I didn't-
talented guy. We know how important the music is to all of you. It's so important to me. It's so crucial and sort of like sucking you into
I feel like the main people who buy the soundtrack to games on Steam are people who fucked up and thought it was a DLC. Like, just to be like, what? Come on.
Want to make that available to you in any way
fucked
you
up.
can. We'll talk about it a little bit later on when we do know a little bit more. If you haven't noticed yet, in some of the past Book of Lore videos, we've sprinkled in some tracks here and there from the upcoming game. So if you didn't notice that, go back, check them out. They're like little Easter eggs. Maybe there are some in this video. I don't know. I haven't edited it yet. That's a future Rogan problem. Future Rogan, put some tracks in this video.
On it.
What's been one of the biggest hurdles in making, as you said, the map much bigger? This is from Mint Coded on YouTube. This is a great question. There are a couple challenges with this. Firstly, density, keeping interesting elements spaced out in a way that makes sense and feels balanced. Second, making quests feel like For the King 1, and by that I mean allowing players to sort of forge their own path through it and making sure that players don't get lost in the bigger world. And finally, putting the focus on making the maps better, not just bigger for the sake of being bigger, but bigger for the sake of like containing all of the awesomeness that we want to bring to it. I will say that also like a huge part of game development is problem solving. It's like consistent problem solving. And the great thing about that is like the Iron Oak team is prepared for that challenge. They're super experienced and ready to sort of take on those things as they come. They have been taking
A good
on
question's
those
actually
things
coming up. I already read it.
I see that there are different terrain elements in For the King 2. Will there be settings like gaining speed buffs while you're on the main road and speed debuffs while stepping on different terrain areas?
I like that
This
question.
is from Chi Shen
What the
Yanwu on Billy.
What the hell's
So
a
I don't want to
Billy
spoil too much
Billy?
with this question. It's a really interesting one. I don't think it'll work in the same way that you have outlined here, but I will say that we do have some really interesting plans on how
That's
to
the Chinese
tackle
Twitch?
terrain
Ah.
traversal and how to make
I wonder
that
how big
overworld
this game is in
gameplay
China.
very interesting and varied. I'm not going to talk too much more about it. I'll just keep it there. But you guys should definitely be interested.
There was a long time ago in Classic WoW, there was like a tournament that I think Tips hosted. There was like some Chinese team, and they were like actually really good too, that were participating in that tournament. What website were they streaming on? We actually had to queue against them. It was scary. Douyin. It was Douyin. Do you? Whatever the fuck. I don't know. All right. So they got Billy and Do You.
And we'll be showing that stuff off very soon.
View count is
I think we're
counted
gonna leave it
differently on
there
most
for
Chinese
now.
sites.
Thank you all so much for your questions. We definitely did not get to all of them because, you know, you're all a very curious bunch.
I wonder if they're going to have like different elements. They got like bleed, shock, frozen, fire, wet, which is interesting, slow. I wonder if they're going to have other stuff. We'll see. I don't know what else you would add. Acid. Well, acid was in the game, the first one, but you couldn't do it to the enemies. Like, how do you break your enemy's gear? Right? Okay, Do You is Twitch, and Billy is YouTube. Okay. Oh, yeah, the Alchemist. But how would that... What if you just, like, broke the enemy's weapon? That could be crazy. Why is Lil Perp Bot on your Discord playing that game? What? Dude, I don't know, man. Stop talking to me about my fucking Discord. I don't know what's going on with it. It's broken. My Discord is gone for now. And Volps has to work overtime. So, GG's. It is what it is. That's the mod's job. I don't even know how to work Discord. Out of service. We're dead. CHS? I'm not doing CHS today. Ugh. I think I'm just going to slay the fucking Spire. Either that or give me something else to queue up. Like some type of roguelike that's going to be fun. I'd rather it be turn-based as I don't like my keyboard right now. Just not really a fan of it. Isaac? No. Really, no. For the King. I could do a For the King run. That could be a play. Let me download it. Abso-fucking-lutely. There is one game that Inscription. Did Inscription ever make a roguelike version of their game? Of like, there was like the Inscription game, right? And it's like part 1 was super fun. And everyone loved that part. And then there was like part 2 and it was like, it's literally a different game and everyone stopped fucking caring. There's a mod. Oh. There's a perma part 1 now. All right. See, I'm all about that.